Yo, what up, YouTube? You already know what it's gonna be about. It's gonna be about Diddy. You can tell by the whatever it's gonna be about Diddy, because it's. I think, as far as like the whole thing that's taking place, I think it's interesting, if not simply for the timing of why it's taking place. Now, for the people that have been supporting the channel since day one and continue to support the channel, the ones I am mostly in conversation with all the time, whether it's through my DMs or just seeing you on the street, shout out to you. For the people that are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I'm not on here as much, but I'm trying to put out, my content, but I work a lot, so I don't really have a chance to do as much. I'm still putting out the interview I did with Glasses Malone. I'm hoping to get this one with Mitchie Slick and a few other people that have been made an impact on hip-hop. But this is not, I'm going to stray away from that, because what I want to talk about is this whole thing with P. Diddy. Now, a lot of people foresee him falling, and I really don't. Like, people try to argue the point, oh, they got this, they got this, they got that, and now they raid his mansions, and this is taking place, and this is starting to come out. For one, Cuba Gooding Jr. has always been known to do weird stuff. I think dude has got so high in his head, he thought that he was on the level of a lot of other people, and when you make that much money, you start to believe that you can get anybody and everything. But at the end of the day, his money is not as long as a lot of other people. So, when females ain't necessarily looking at Cuba Gooding Jr. like he's a prospect. I mean, as far as like in name, yes, but just being somebody that's gonna elevate them high, nah. Dude is, I'll say, kind of just washed up, B-rated actor now. But that's not to take no shots at him. Dude has did a lot of good stuff as far as like in his movies, but everybody already knew his get down, and he's been getting busted for it and outed for a long time. Now, the whole reason with Puffy, now why I say that's a whole different story, because Puffy is basically, from what I hear, is a billionaire. So you don't make that type of money without rubbing elbows with powerful people. And the whole thing why they said that they had heard that he was blackmailing people, that he had information that could blackmail people. Yeah, they were honest about that. Allegedly, I assume they were honest about that. But at the end of the day, when they raided the mansions, they didn't go there to try to see if they could find dirt on Puff Daddy. Somebody got nervous and sent them motherfuckers to go snatch up everything that might implicate these powerful people. I mean, you see it all the time. They make movies about it. You're thinking that this dude, the people that he's rubbed elbows with, that probably knew that he was accumulating information on him, but just never really tripped on him, because in the end, they knew they were powerful enough to make whatever he threw out disappear. The same with Epstein. Epstein thought the most powerful people in the world that he knew would come to his aid, but it initially got him killed. Now, that's the only thing I see with Puffy. I see if Puffy falls, it's because he dies. And dies in a way to where it seems like something that may have took place on the street, or some type of get back, because he has wronged a lot of people. But I'm not here to, argue on the merits or what might allegedly have took place with Puff Daddy, because at the end of the day, like I said in prior videos, regardless of who he sleeps with, it makes absolutely no difference to me. The only time it really bleeps on my radar is if it has something to do with a child or an underage minor. People can talk about how creepy he was and things of that nature, but they still were going to his parties. You had all these grown motherfuckers still going to his party, taking part in multiple activities. You even had LeBron say, ain't nothing like a P. Diddy party. So he pretty much knew that Diddler was diddling. A lot of people go to this party, they're high off drugs, they're drinking, and they're aware, but they're not aware. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know something's up, but you're so high and intoxicated that you don't use your first mind and avoid doing certain things that put you in a compromised position. But these dudes get too trustworthy, they get too comfortable, and they think, you know what, no, I'm good with this dude, he would never do this. And then they find out later on, when dude is talking to him and trying to get his way, like, hey, look, I got this tape on you, I got you in compromised positions, like, hey, you gonna play nice with Diddy or what? You know what I'm saying? I'm just making assumptions, because they making this dude seem like he's like a serial rapist or something. At the end of the day, his being eccentric has nothing to do with me. Like I'm not here to speak on his character, because there's a lot of fools out here that you probably know that are doing the same exact shit. They're just they ain't doing it on the level that he's doing it. They don't have the type of money and influence that this dude can literally get pretty much anybody. You see 50 Cent, dude. The dude was allegedly hoeing out his baby's mom. Like, dude got that money. He can do what he want. All I'm saying is, like, you got to think about it. Yeah, and it's conspiracies. Why come at him now? The whole thing with Epstein, when they're like, oh, this has, not all of it has came out. And the motherfuckers that you did see on there, ain't nobody speaking on it. Just like, oh, he was there. And that's it. What, Gwen Stefani, what, Chris Rock, what, I mean, not Chris Rock, but Chris Tucker, Clinton, the list goes on and on. Ain't nobody really speaking on them. Epstein came up missing because he probably was going to run his mouth. Instead of just doing like Cosby did and sit down for a second and then they'll get you out, he probably was like, nah, I don't want to do no time in jail. You either get me out or I'm singing. And they broke his freaking neck. Now, do I believe Puff Daddy is stupid enough to try to go at these people? I'm sure he'll try to finesse something. And if he don't see something like Cosby, then he's probably going to be out. It might have all this hoopla now, and then in the end, they're like, oh, we had insufficient evidence to prosecute on such and such. I think they're just throwing out a lot of charges. I think that they're just saying shit in order to make it sound that much greater, to overshadow the fact that what they ran up in his house for had nothing to do with him. Technically it didn't, because even if he was the puppet, the puppeteer, and these dudes were doing whatever they did, it's still in their best interest to get those tapes gone. So whatever it takes that they confiscated, I can guarantee you it has something to do with other people, maybe powerful people, maybe people that just had enough power to make sure that things like that don't come out. Like I said, I don't think Puffy's stupid enough to threaten anybody, because at the end of the day, he knows what he's up against. Black, billionaire, it don't matter, dude. You got billionaires all the time that don't play nice with these particular people and these high, you know what I mean? And they come up missing. Anybody can get God. But like I don't think they went in there on Puffy just to get evidence on him. I think they went in there to secure evidence and destroy evidence that had to do with other powerful motherfuckers that was above Puffy's pay grade. All those cops, all those special for all that people that they went in there like they were literally running a military op. All for that, because supposedly they heard that his guards may have guns or some of that nature. They would have sent LAPD and some feds. They don't run in there in military grade uniforms for hearsay. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's not like he was being swatted. They were going in there to collect evidence. I'm sure. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying on that, man. Like, you got to make things make sense. And I know that a lot of it don't make sense. And I'm sure as time goes on, certain shit is going to come out in the woodworks. I can guarantee you Jay-Z is nervous right now because they constantly keep bringing him up. Cuba Gooding Jr. knows eventually all that skating he did, he's going to eventually get slammed. He's not on Puffy's level, and a lot of them ain't. But like I said, you got to understand, Puffy has rubbed elbows with some powerful motherfuckers. And people like to do that too. Oh, well, Epstein got because I can guarantee you he said he was going to open his mouth. And when you got that type of information, that type of damning information, people don't want it to be known. You see how England, you see how the British do, like, as far as the monarch, when people get to doing too much and embarrassing them. You see what happened to Princess Diana. Like, a lot of, you'll get gone. And there was a lot of powerful people that may not have been there, but come on, dude, you got the son of a queen. Any information that could do any damage to their status, it's gonna get gone. Epstein got his shit broke because dude was gonna open his mouth. That's it. I can tell you, the other chick that he was with, yeah, she on quiet. You notice you ain't hearing shit from her. She's smart. But yeah, Puff Daddy ain't gonna fry for this. And if he do, it ain't gonna be long. And if it is, it's just like a slap on the wrist, and eventually they let him out and he's vindicated. It's just, dude is powerful, and people need to pay attention to that. Like I said, you may not like this, but I'm doing videos that I feel like I want to do, and you see, it's just talking points. That's it. Nothing concrete. I'm not doing anything else but talking. But I'm gonna let you go on that note. I'm out.